come on now. You don't just throw away 25 years lock, stock, and barrel. I gotta tell you something right now. As a mature single, I'm a single woman. You know what I'm saying? I would ask, well, you know what? You all can say what you want and you're entitled to. You know, I certainly say what I want behind closed doors. But I will tell you this, you know, we do have our son and he is away in college and he's home right now. If you're wondering why I'm hanging out so much with him, he's home for college break. He sees me, he sees his dad. I go out a lot because I am a good time girl. I like to have fun.
Y'all. For 16 years, Sharina Hudson was living the good life, funded by Wendy Williams' talk show money. There was the $765,000 Morristown mansion Kevin Hunter bought for her just 10 miles from Wendy's front door, the reported $80,000 diamond ring, luxurious vacations to Honduras, her vegan brand, and the entire fantasy lifestyle that came with it. But now, drama pages are alleging that November 2025 finally sent Sharina the invoice for it all. Kevin reportedly dumped her. The business has allegedly flopped, and insiders claiming to be close to Sharina say she's now in Florida applying for food stamps. So sit down because this story is about to get interesting. Sharina was just 21 years old back in 2007 when she reportedly appeared at Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter's now infamous blackout party in New York, setting the stage for a relationship that would eventually become one of the biggest celebrity scandals in daytime television.
Party in New York.
Especially because I knew that Kevin was cheating on me at that time. I mean, Kevin is a serial cheat. You know, this girl who had his baby is not the only one. And it was shortly after we got married that I found that out.
A whole married man's house party. Then, in the early 2010s, Charlemagne the God reportedly introduced her to Kevin Hunter under the pretense of helping mentor her modeling career and offering guidance as she tried to establish herself in the entertainment industry.
Listen, Wendy can't half-ass it, though. She's got to fire that fool from All Business Ventures and drop his last name. Okay, because nobody refers to you as Miss Hunter unless you tell them to. All right, you are Wendy Williams. That name is worth multi-millions. Nobody cares about no damn Hunter. In fact, your ex-wife Kelvin needs to call himself Mr. Williams.
Listen, mentoring. That's what they're calling it now. Kevin was 14 years older, married to the biggest woman in daytime television, and Sharina allegedly slid right into the picture. By 2015, Kevin had reportedly bought her a 3,500 square foot, 4-bedroom, 3-bath mansion in Morristown, New Jersey, paying $765,000 in cash. The home was located just 10 miles from the marital house he shared with Wendy Williams. That wasn't just cheating, sis. That was an entire second household, fully set up and running like its own franchise location, hiding in plain sight.
The address of this place that he had purchased to share with this backwoods 9 miles from my house in Livingston. And they're living the high life. I went to the house, a beautiful house with a 3-car garage. I was cupping my eyes at every window. Oh, okay, not my house. But this is a good come up for a 32-year-old woman who's been involved with my husband for over 10 years. Pulled out my spray paint. And I spray painted Kevin and Wendy forever.
Meanwhile, Sharina reportedly continued enjoying lavish trips, including a vacation to Honduras during Kevin and Wendy's marriage, a trip Wendy herself publicly called out on her talk show. Wendy's exact words were, "I don't want to hear how she helped you and she was supportive and she went with you to Honduras. She was not supposed to be there." At that point, Kevin and Wendy were still legally married, making the situation even more controversial. Kevin Hunter's own sister, Kimberly Hunter, also went on record claiming that Sharina experienced multiple pregnancies before Journey was born and was allegedly pressured to end them. Those allegations drew even more attention because they came from Kevin's own family. Then, on March 22, 2019, Journey Hunter was born to Sharina and Kevin, and just 1 month later, Wendy Williams officially filed for divorce, bringing their decades-long marriage to an end.
Hot topics, you know, poke a hole in the condom and get pregnant. But that backfired on me, didn't it? Okay now. All's I'm saying, turnabout's a fair game. I'm a fair game player and a straight shooter too. Pow pow.
Wendy told me one of the first times she came to my house, she told me her words that they were worried that he was going to avoid being served, you know, from the process served. And so, and I think he was doing a very good job of it. And she knows that he likes gifts. He likes designer things. He likes, the stuff that used to show up at the Wendy show and people are like, hey, Wendy, wear this, or, blah, 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 designer thing. And so they put the divorce papers in a Balenciaga box.
Oh my God.
And
that is brilliant.
To Wendy. And then when he drove into their house, into the driveway of the house in New Jersey, and said the process server was at the end of the driveway and said, delivery for Kevin. And he's like, oh yeah. And then he signed for it and he goes, you have been served.
Wendy later told SiriusXM that she had known about the affair for years, but she needed to get her ducks in a row because her son was still living at home, and she felt it wouldn't have been fair to disrupt his life. That doesn't sound like a woman who got played. It sounds like a woman who watched the entire performance unfold, took careful notes, and patiently waited for the right moment to make her exit. Then came the receipt that completely broke the internet. On January 27, 2021, during an unforgettable episode of Hot Topics, Wendy decided it was finally time to address the situation in her own unmistakable way.
Welcome to Hot Topics, Sharina Hudson. Getting out of my car with my money. Good morning, Journey. She'll be I think she'll be 3 next month, don't you know? Good morning, Kelvin.
Sharina had spent nearly a decade in the shadows, staying largely out of the public eye. But Wendy pulled her into the spotlight with just a few words, and Sharina had no major platform of her own to push back or defend herself. That's the part nobody really wants to acknowledge. She may have built an entire life alongside Kevin, but the woman with the microphone, the audience, and the public's attention was always going to be Wendy. Fast forward to November 2025, and honey, the tables are reportedly turning, with drama pages claiming that reality has finally caught up with the lifestyle Sharina had been living.
So if you haven't heard, you know already that Wendy Williams won in court against Kevin Hudson, trying to get his alimony back reinstated. So the judge denied it, but did say that he could go to mediation in regards to it. So he's probably going to do that because he's still talking about how broke he is.
Drama pages have been running with the story, claiming that Kevin has dumped Sharina and even scrubbed her from his Instagram as if she were nothing more than a typo. According to the rumors, the Morristown mansion is gone, and the luxury lifestyle she once enjoyed has completely unraveled. Her vegan business never reportedly gained real momentum, and Vish NYC, her luxury athleisure brand, also failed to take off the way many expected. Critics argue that Sharina never built a strong public identity of her own, and they believe none of those ventures were ever going to succeed without the level of attention that Wendy Williams' name indirectly brought to the story. Now, Sharina has reportedly rebranded herself in Florida, describing herself on Instagram as a Florida real estate agent, vegan chef, and homeschool mom, a complete reinvention of her public image. At the same time, insiders claiming to be close to Sharina have alleged that she has applied for public assistance to help support her 6-year-old daughter, Journey. I'll let y'all debate that specific claim down in the comments because that's what the streets have been talking about. Meanwhile, Wendy Williams has remained under a court-ordered guardianship since May 2022, adding another complicated chapter to an already dramatic and highly publicized saga.
First of all, why can't I find any videos of Wendy anywhere? You were the executive producer. We want answers and we can't get answers. Where's her legacy? You go on YouTube and everything is gone. Her Instagram is gone. She's been doing this for many, many, many years. Where is her videos?
Mercury what happened with that. They erased her videos when the Sherry show was starting. They didn't want any distractions of the legacy. I think that's crazy. I think that Tasha, maybe you and the audience of passionate people who are so opinionated, maybe they need to start a campaign. They took the videos down. They took down 10 years worth of work. And she's not in a position to really fight for her own right now because she's trying to, get herself together.
Drama pages are also alleging that Wendy's camp has been quietly leaking new details to media outlets because Wendy herself hasn't been able to speak freely while under guardianship. Those claims remain unverified, but they've fueled plenty of online speculation. People have also pointed to Kevin's September 2024 interview, where he referred to Sharina as his family. So the question many are asking now is, where did all that family energy go? According to the rumors, He allegedly removed her from his social media almost overnight, leaving fans wondering what really happened behind the scenes. And here's the part that's making everyone's jaw drop online. Some people believe the guardianship, the very thing many viewed as Wendy's biggest downfall, may have unintentionally protected her financially. The theory circulating on social media is that once Kevin no longer had access to Wendy's money, Sharina's value in the relationship allegedly disappeared as well. Critics claim Kevin benefited from Wendy's success for more than 2 decades and then spent years building a separate life with Sharina. According to that narrative, once the financial benefits reportedly dried up, so did the relationship. Whether that's true or not remains a matter of speculation, but it's certainly the story many people online are discussing. To those critics, this wasn't a love story. It was a business arrangement, and eventually, that business came crashing down. Now, another rumor making the rounds is that Sharina is allegedly threatening Kevin with what online commentators are calling Wendy Williams receipts, evidence she reportedly kept documenting aspects of his alleged double life that could seriously damage his reputation if it were ever made public. Those claims have not been verified, but they've only added more fuel to an already explosive story. The woman once labeled the side chick is now being portrayed by some as the person who may hold the biggest secrets of them all.